triumph at last.
The Arvada Center spring musical production is the multiple Tony Award-winning musical, Man of La Mancha. And joining me are William Michals, who plays Miguel de Cervantes, Don Quixote, and Jennifer DeDominici, who plays Aldonza. So welcome to you both. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so as many of you know, this production is set at the end of the 16th century during the Spanish Inquisition. How could this, that goes way back, be considered one of the best musicals of all time?
Well, as an actor, I definitely measure other pieces of theater by this because it was groundbreaking at its time in the 60s. But the clarity and the beauty of the language of the piece, the innovativeness of the kind of play within the play structure of it, and also the great music. I mean, Aldonza and Quixote have just some of the most memorable and touching
Well,
songs.
Everybody knows To Dream, The Impossible Dream. And that's the one that I think pops in most of our minds. You mentioned, William, that Man of La Mancha is a play within a play. So for those who are unfamiliar, bring us up to speed on what the premise of the plot is.
So Cervantes has been taken in by the Spanish Inquisition, and he has been led into a prison where there are already prisoners who have been there for a while, and we prisoners are giving him a mock trial to determine whether he can keep his life's work, which is his manuscript. And during the mock trial, he decides to put on a play to try to convince us of his innocence. And within the course of that play, draws all the prisoners in, not only into his play, but into his dream. And so there's a transformative element of this show that's truly timeless.
Yeah, you kind of talk about how there are other personas that you play as the story unfolds, that every character sort of takes on these different personas. And you are the beautiful Aldonza. Well, tell us about your character.
Well, she is seen as beautiful by Quixote. Right. But she's actually a pretty unsavory character in her actual prisoner self. And the beauty of Quixote and of the story is that he allows her to see the beauty within herself. And by the end, that transformation completely happens.
It really is such a beautiful storyline, and everybody can be touched on some level by the story. I understand that this is your third time, William, playing Miguel de Cervantes or Don Quixote?
Well, it's a thrilling role for an actor to play and sing, and I've had the blessing to play it. This is my third time in the last year, but I haven't played it.
Does it ever get old?
You know, I can't say it does, especially in this beautiful production here at the Arvada Center. Rod Lansbury, as director of this production, he's also the artistic and producing director of the Arvada Center. He has really created a gritty, touching production that really extends across the footlights, and we get the sense that the audience goes along for the journey with us. And David Nels, our music director, those two gentlemen have really come together with an amazing creative team to retell this story in a way that brings it new for even an experienced actor like me.
Well, and an experienced viewer who maybe is a big fan of this particular musical or musicals in general. So thank you so much both for being here.
William Michals, thank you.
Jennifer DeDominici, it was such a pleasure. And you can watch The Man of La Mancha playing at the Arvada Center through April 14th. We currently have a link to the Arvada Center on the denverchannel.com. If you want more information, just click on that big red TV.